Occupied? The insult of it.
It's more than insulting.
It's salt in the wound. And that is my purview.
I could have daggers in 100 necks by nightfall.
No doubt. But more necks would present themselves tomorrow.
I have other daggers.
Am I interrupting?
Forgive Thea. She gets testy when a contract is delayed.
Neither of you strike me as the bloodthirsty sort.
Our shared enemies deserve our worst.
You want help against the gods. We want Treviso free. We now think they may be the same problem. The occupation has a face. The Antam commander, Keith Lord butchered Dathrata. But Viago thinks killing him outright is short-sighted.
The butcher took the city suspiciously fast. Removing him is useless if someone else can repeat that, with the help of gods or something else. Despite it being the outcome, assassination is not about killing, it's about sending a message.
And what message would that be?
The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
Sounds like you think the occupation wasn't just about force.
Cruel as the butcher is, he didn't break the city with a siege. It was sudden and complete.
Like he had it all mapped. Where to march and what to close off to choke resistance.
He had inside information. Spies?
He had something.
And until we know what it was, killing him isn't the contract.
Butcher Dothrata. What do you know about him?
The Antam army fractured, split among warlords, and he seems to have kept the most traditional discipline. And the rank and file like it. His numbers keep growing, but the butcher himself is odd.
Odd how?
He gives daily speeches about how the occupation is somehow merciful. And the way he talks, it's familiar. It's like he thinks he belongs here. And I won't have it.
The gods care about taking Treviso?
The butcher wants Treviso. The gods may just want the Antam.
But Antam distrust magic and outright fear demons. They should be enemies.
Power can turn anyone against their own interests, their own people.
You're in charge? Antiva has a king.
And the power of a king is enforced by armies. Antiva has no army. It has the crows.
There's a reason Antivan coins have portraits of guild leaders, not royalty. We're patriots. Crows can't field a battalion, but we protect our nation our way.
Helping the crows helps everyone in the long run. What's the first step to your message?
We have a scout named Dareth. He said he was onto something the butcher was hiding.
He was in the Drown district, so that's a place to start. Find our crow and help with his contract.
Find your crow. Then what?
We break this occupation. We craft the message one step at a time.
And when we finally assassinate the person who leashed Treviso, that death will tell everyone. The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free. I've noted the location of Dareth and his cousin, Jacobus, in the Drown district. They're always together. Jacobus may not trust you at first, because you're Qunari.
The occupation makes it difficult to appreciate the difference between regular Qunari and the Antam.
A coin helps, and there's some good bargains out there for you. See you again.
Greetings, Rook. I am Air, one who provides training for Antivan crows.
You're not a crow yourself?
Not as such, but we are frequently at their service. That answer suits them, as it should suit you.
Can anyone hire you for training?
I've never been hired. Ours is a boon that is granted, and I have no part in deciding who receives it. Not that it would matter. From what I observe, you are beyond any training I could impart.
Who are you currently training?
The fledglings, among others. To be an assassin is to know both the means and meaning of ending a life. It is difficult. A crow's response to a war is quite different than the response to a contract.
You're new as well, Hello.
Don't look down.
An underwater prison? That's still pretty amazing.
Amazing? I suppose it is. Do you think the elves made it? It didn't seem to winter.
I think so. I wonder what it was built for. Originally, I mean.
Whatever it was meant for, it's a pit of misery now.
Right.
A fine evening, this is not, my friends.
Not even an army stops the Treviso market.
So many things you could buy. How do you choose?
The right finishing touches make a home. Welcome. Mariana and I run the best fruit stand in Treviso. Whatever you like.
I've got goods from all over. Thank you so much.
We have all sorts of medicines here for all sorts of people. You need anything for your comfort? You let Tia know. Maybe I can help.
Want to try anything on? The Anthem almost shut us down because they don't like magic. But once I explained the vibration of
I'm not Antar.
they let us stay.
I'm Rithari. Healer. I'm Hel.
Cafe later?
Good night for it.
Oh, Sineadon. Good to see another Qunari who isn't one of the dust-brained Antam.
Come take a look if you like.
Okay.
Welcome to the Dapper Duelist. While magic is outlawed under the Anthem, we have some excellent casting leather for display purposes. All our clothing is resistant to bloodstains.
This is where Veilguard told us to meet with Dareth, the crow investigating the butcher. His cousin Jacobus should be here too.
I know of them. The only two left of their family.
I have chicken and fish, if you don't want to get your feet dirty.
If the butcher wants Treviso to thrive, he needs to let sheep sell freely.
Bunch of Antam stopped me on my way to work. Demanded to know who.
There's the place. Keep your eyes open. We may not be the only ones interested.
He was my cousin.
We got on. Don't worry, Tyr and Veilguard sent us.
You're not more Antam, are you? Prove it and kill them!
They killed Darren. They killed my cousin.
They're weak on the left. Got them!
Ranged incoming.
They're at range. We need to close it. Now's your chance.
That's done. Are you Jacobus?
Darren, my cousin. They... Please, you have to finish Darrett's contract. It's about the Butcher. My cousin was going to spy on the Butcher. He told me we'd pick up the contract from a dead drop. But then... someone has to finish this for Darrett. Please.
We will take care of it. Go back to the diamond.
I will, just give me a minute.
That note said Dareth should pick up the contract at the usual place across from Tyr and Veilguard, just to follow the marks.
There will be a trail of marks left by previous crows. It will lead us right to it.
I spotted something on the walls. Earlier, I mean.
Let's go look.
crow mark. Perfectly thrown.
That's got to be Dareth's trail. Keep an eye out. Another mark this way.
Just here for the necessities. Might be a while before we get to it.
Fool Antam won't let ships in or out. My damn ships landlocked until they come to their senses.
Here's another crow mark.
Wow. Even during an occupation, the market is...
Our next crow mark.
You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, Lucanus, but how did the Venatori stick you with spite?
They fed me something. Like he was a parasite, uncooked meat.
You know, I've spent lots of time around demons, but I've never heard of them being used that way.
Zara said she got the idea from some cult in Orlais. They used it on seekers, who are immune to demons.
Another mark. This is where the marks lead. Dareth's contract must be here somewhere. The butcher is making poison. Comic.
Comic? That stuff gives you nightmares. Chips at your mind.
If I were the butcher, it'd be a good way to keep people in line.
We cannot let the butcher unleash this on Treviso.
He won't. The Antom brought in a comic master to mix the poison. He's at the garrison. We stop him there before this goes any further.